Welcome guys to another Rainers Racing League Wednesday F2. And here we are at Silverstone, at the home of not just British motorsport, but motorsport worldwide. So you got Ben Cardiff already in the chat with the thumbs up. Nice one, Ben, thanks for joining us. So as you can see, it's 30 minutes qualifying, followed by a 50% race. So we are expecting these drivers to put all their effort in. It's Silverstone after all. We do have some mixed tyre choices. I'm not too sure what I think LH and Reagan are just having a bit of a lark around using these wet tyres just to see what they can do. As it is Silverstone, it's one of those courses that overtaking is like plentiful. Great opportunity. So quick rundown of the drivers that we've got with us today. We'll go and do a lap rundown in a moment and run through the championship standards. So the drivers that we've got right now, we have Jack Blunt. He's doing really well today this season, sparking a few smart moments in the downs with us. We've got Paige Baguette with the Carlin, if I remember rightly. We've got Freedom and Non-Human, the two McClay brothers. Apex. We've got Devil's End. We've got King 5 Panda. Pans LH44, who is currently leading the championship. We've got Reagan, who's up there as a contender, and we've got Meep, who is also another contender. Toxic Treat, who's one of these drivers that he's always improving. We've got Green Ace, who's had a bit of rotten luck lately. We've got G-Dog. G-Dog is one of these newer drivers. Still need to see more of him. We've got Core is another top dollar guy, I would say. Another Forces bro like me, so fantastic. We've got Puppy. Puppy is the D-pad master. Uses D-pad rather than the analog stick or a steering wheel, so old school driver, and he's actually got the pace to match. We've got Eva Hunter, another quick driver, missed off a few weeks of racing, and now is back in the mix of it, hoping to hunt down the front row drivers. We've got Cairo back after a short a week or a few weeks break. It's great to see Cairo back in the car. Absolutely made up that he is in this car today, and he is out there doing a current fast lap. And we have Mr. Wallbanger Magnus, who is here as a reserve alongside Cairo. So it'd be quite interesting to see how these two drivers do. We'll go straight over. Gonna go straight into the standings. So for the driver standings, we've got LH in the race labs with 111 points. Reagan in second with 68 in Prima. You got Meep Show in the Univitorsi of 45. Evil Hunter in the Carlin in 40. So already bouncing in there after a few weeks. We've got the Pans in the High Tech on 36. Freedom in the ART on 26. We got King 5 Panda in the Campos with 24. Apex with the Chavos in 20 with 20 points. We've got in 9th Jack Blunt in the Dams on 19 alongside him. Got Non-Human of the MP Motorsport. 1 point behind them is Toxic Treat in 11 for the ART, and Puppy in 12 with MP Motorsport with 16. Duro in the High Tech with 15. Paige Baguette in the Carlin and 10. We've got DXT Nilmer, who's not with us in the Chiro. With 8. Green Ace in the race labs with 6. 17th we've got Devil's End with the Univitorsi 6 points. Core 18th with Dams with 4 points. We've got G-Dog, who's still yet to score points in the Prima, and Curly, who still needs to score points in the Campos. And straddling over to the constructor standings, we've got the HWA race labs with 117, Prima with 68. We have Univitorsi with 51, High Tech with 51, Carlin on 50. So really tight there in the mid pack battle. We've got ART with 44, MP Motorsport with 35, Chavos Racing on 28, Campos Racing on 24, and Dams with 23. So it's still quite a lot of battles up and down the grid for both constructors and drivers. So nothing to be sniffed at. Also, reminder to our drivers, we do have the commentator's driver of the season. So at the end of the season, I will pick my driver that I think not only did fantastically well, also looking at improvement, cleanliness, that kind of thing, a good ambassador for the racing league. So don't worry if you're not at the top of the leaderboard, guys. You're still in for a shout for the commentator's driver of the season. Also, we'll be giving a small reward to that winner. So keep tuned. Right at the end of the season, I'll have to go back through everything, work out who I believe will be my driver of the season, and we'll throw it out there. Reserves are also included if they race often. So there's no excuse for anybody who's ever been on the track can actually win it. So this is it's going to be a interesting one, a really interesting one. So let's have a look at who is out on lap. So we've got Toxic Treat is out on the lap. I think he's on an in lap. We've got G-Dog, we've got Apex out there on what tyres? I don't understand why I'd stick on the wets. Maybe it's just getting used to the circuit, but the wets are not. It's not wet weather. It looks dry to me. And we've got Puppy on an out lap. It's just a bizarre choice. So what we're going to do, we're going to find a driver who is on an out lap. We may jump on with Puppy as he is going through Maggots and Beckett's now, and we'll do a lap rundown of his lap. So all you guys who have just moved across there now to our community, we've got Kyra said, even Kyra, thank you for joining us. Great to see you back on track, buddy. So we are going round a few last few corners of this lap, and then Puppy will be showing us what he can do around Silverstone, which is basically staple points for driving. A lot of drivers should be using Silverstone as a marker, see how good they are. So as we start on here, we're going down the Hamilton Straight, hitting the first corner of Abbey. Abbey is a swooping right-hander followed by a left-hander of Farm into the tight right-hander of Village. Now this is one of those ones you've got to make sure you're nice and tight to get ready. Far over to the right once you move into Aintree. Aintree is this double apex. It's also known as the you got the loop and then Aintree, but it all depends on how you look at it. Into the Wellington Strip, which is our first DRS zone. This is where you'll see a few overtakes on, because this is one of the airstrips that host the circuit. Onto Brooklands, round Luffield, this long sweeping right-hander. Into Woodcote. Now Woodcote is the one where it goes into the pits for the old pit straight, into the old pit straight itself, into the corner where everybody sees the Hamilton incident of Cops. Now Cops is one of those corners where you've got to be extra careful coming into the multitude of Maggots. And Maggots is the right, the left, right, left into Beckett's. Now Beckett's is just this corner here that we're on, into Chapel, and then Chapel goes on to the Hanger Straight. This is the second DRS zone. This is where we are expecting more overtakes going into Stowe Corner. Stowe Corner is a fast right-hander, a little bit of braking, not too much as it goes round. This lines you up for a pit entry. Also into the Vale Chicane. Now the Vale Chicane is the left right here, really slows you down, probably one of the slowest corners of the circuit. Into Club Corner for the name because the driving club sees this corner over the start finish line at a time of 141. It's a quite nice time there for Puppy Senior. Puts him up a second at the moment on a 141.7. A few times we've got already. Jack Bond with 147, 141.7 from Puppy. Toxic Treat 142.7. G-Dog 144.0. Apex 155.9. So this is where you see that drivers, this is a broad spectrum. So this is the 10th variation of this circuit. It's one of those circuits that has over the years, and you've got to think this is the circuit that started the World Championships back in 1950. So it had to change over time. You can't leave the same circuit for that long. So it has had 10 variations, absolutely fantastic variations for our drivers to actually get ahead. So I've driven around one of the older versions, and it was a tough circuit to drive back then, and I do believe the new sections of Maggots and Beckett and the Wellington Straight does make it a bit more harder to get your head around. Now, obviously, at the end of this, we will be, if we can get some interviewers going in. I know we do pre-arrange this, but I think I may just go for a few that are available to join us. So Poppy has jumped into the pits. Let's see. I think everybody is still in the pits. No one out on circuit. So a few things to think about, guys. Let's have a look. Let's see. Best tyres. So Apex's time was on A1. The 155 now was on wet tyres. So none of these drivers are going out. They're all in the pits. It's a bit of a long time. I think a lot of these drivers are waiting for the right opportune time to get themselves. As we do have a driver coming out. What car is that? It's a pink car. Come on, give us. It's Green Ace. The Green Ace is about to take a little tour around Silverstone. We'll stay on board with Green Ace. Let's give a cinematic view for you guys. So, like I said, the circuit did open up in it opened in 1947. It was used as a circuit for a few years before beginning its competitive racing in 1948, which held its first main race using the outer lines of both of the main runways. Both main runways run along Wellington Straight, and the old Hanger Straight is the other one that they used. Then they started cutting in to the runway. So basically, they used the outer runways and the outer circuits in the first edition. Then they used the outer roads. So you're talking about corners such as down at Cops Corner, the old Pit Straight. Those were part of the old outer roads. We got Apex saying good evening, sir. Good evening, Apex. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Absolutely fantastic to see you in the chat. So there was parts added. So there, obviously, there was a chicane added at Woodcote back in 1975 to slow some cars down. Then there was a Luffield chicane which was added in 1987. Then they got rid of that. The bridge section was added. The Maggots Beckett was added. Vale chicane was adapted. Copston Stowe was also amended in 1991. So they amended the bridge section. Again, more adaptations to Stowe and Cops Corner, adding the Abbey chicane back in 1984. Stowe was adapted again in 1996. The bridge that was developed, Luffield, is now a hairpin, and Cops was amended back in 1997, and then they added the inner runway using the links between the loop and between the GT circuit and the national circuit, which does split two circuits up. So Green Ace now going around Luffield. Now it's a lot of history within the Silverstone, guys, so it is worth a little look into. So we've got Worming jumping in, saying good evening, mate. Should be a good one. Yes, it should be. It's Silverstone. I'm expecting a lot. So even with LH putting a 2-minute 2 on the board there for his time, I do see that he will be getting into the battle thick and fast. Drivers that have recently impressed across all fronts is Page, doing quite well in Monday and Friday. So I'm hoping that transitions into these cars with the new patch, which is meant to help improve handling through slower speeds. So we could be expecting some drivers being able to keep it on track a bit more. So I might have to give it a good spin myself and see where I stand. A little bit of wiggle there from Green Ace. He sticks a 153.6, and I know he can do a lot faster than that. So he's got to take off a whole load of seconds. He needs to take 10 seconds off to get himself anywhere near competitive. So let's see if he can do it. As we've got, who else we've got? We've got Cairo. Cairo's out. Cairo coming up to the Vale chicane. As I said, the Vale chicane is really slow. You need to get that absolutely spot on. Well, club quarter. And now let's have a look. It's 140.7. Puts himself in pole. It's 3,000. He is 3,000 faster than Jack Blunt. Now Cairo with a fantastic performance. I can't wait to see what he could do on track. It's been a long time, Cairo. We've missed you, bro. A little bit of a drifty moment there, but he's back at it. And let's have a look. Let's get back. It's like, oh, Green Aces took a whole chunk of time off already. He is a lot faster than what he was before. Maybe he slowed that he had a bit of an off-in at the beginning, and this is why he's going a bit quicker now. He's 11 seconds faster than his previous time, so that he should be well and truly in to those good high time points. So Italy, come on, let's see Green Ace, let's see you smash this. As we have got more, we've got Meep who's gone out on an outlap, and Magnus is out on an outlap. Let's see how Green Ace does. He sticks a 142.1, but I still reckon he can take another 2 seconds off that. He's had a few little moments. He's invalidated that lap. So we're on board with Callum Milot's car, driven by Meep. Now, anyway, while we've got this moment, guys, I'm gonna let you know about our sponsor. Our sponsor, Simbaser Coin. They are a cryptocurrency designed to reward drivers such as these that are racing today with cryptocurrency for winning championships. Now, Rayner himself has worked out a nice little payment scheme with the sponsors to reward the first, second, and third drivers with a case full of Simbaser coins, just for being consistently good. Absolutely fantastic. They're tradable. Look into Catex.io. You might be able to work out from that how to basically convert it into spendable funds in this country or whatever country you're in. And so we can see Evil Hunter get out of the way from Meep, and Paige is right in front of him. No, Meep could use Paige as Paige has got right out of the way. See how if I was Meep, I would have tucked in behind Paige, used her to drag him up the Wellington Straight. A little bit of drifting going around there for Meep. So back to Simbaser Coin. They are currently constantly developing their portfolio. One thing they are aiming is to strike up deals with companies such as Fanatec, Thrustmaster, Logitech to allow people with Simbaser Coin to purchase items directly from them using Simbaser Coin as the currency. With that in mind, it means that they could actually get things a little bit cheaper or on a deal. Hopefully for our drivers out there, they'll be able to strike up a good deal with any of those companies should they decide to jump on with the Sim Racer Coin family. So that's enough about Sim Racer Coin for now. We'll throw, if it gets quite a bit more, I'll remind you about it later. But as we are finishing round now, we've got Meep, who is almost invalidated. He's invalidated that lap, so he's got to go round again. He invalidated that on the last corner. So we've got quite a lot of drivers who got caught on a fast lap. No, I don't think that is his fast lap. We've got Eva Hunter, who is he's just started. So let's see how well he does. We've got Magnus, who's currently on a 155. So he's got a long way to go. Invalidated that last lap, and so we've got Paige now. Paige, let's see how Paige does. We'll stay on board with Paige. Watch how she progresses through this. I'm expecting good things from Paige with her recent performances across other formats, so the Monday Night Reverse and the Friday Night Racing. So come on, Paige, let's see what you got, girl. So as it goes round, comes into Cops now, heading into Magnus Beckett's. We got Green Ace and Ian Lagas. Evening, Green Ace, thanks for joining us, buddy. It's great to see you. As we got Paige going through Magnus and Beckett's at the moment. Let's see how she does going down the old Hanger Straight. Can she break in to these in the middle of all these faster running drivers at the moment? I would say faster, but we don't know what pace Paige is holding right now. As Eva Hunter pops a 1:39.1, makes it first driver to break the 1:40 Barry King 5-hander with a 1:40.5. It's got Get Darker saying evening, also Get Darker. Let us know who you are, buddy, if you're supporting one of our racers or whether you are. Oh, she's invalidated. She would have got 1:43, so she would have been in 8th at the time. But let's see if she can. Hopefully, she's validated this lap as well, so she might have to go dive in the pits and dive back out quite quickly. So we've got Non-Human as well. Non-Human heading into Maggotts and Beckett's at the moment. Get Docker, yeah, just let us know who you're supporting, mate, or who you, if you are one of our drivers, just so we can identify who you are, buddy. So Non-Human, Mr. McClay here, him and his brother are, his brother's hitting a 1:46.6, knowing I know he can do a lot better than that. I've seen Freedom race a lot more, and Non-Human is also a quick driver. So there we go, around the Vale chicane. Let's see, gonna be a bit off. 1:38.6, but he crossed the line well off track. That was bizarre. It was so bizarre. That's wow. I don't know what to say to that. Let's have a quick one down. So we've got 1:38.6 for Non-Human. Questionable indeed. Eva Hunter 1:39.1. We've got a 5-hander who's getting right out of the way now with a 1:40.1. Kyra 1:47.64. With Jack Bowen 1:40.767. So you can see how close that is. Poppy with 1:41.7. We've got Green Ace with 1:42.1. I'm sure he's going to get a lot quicker than that. Toxic Treat with 1:42.7. G-Dog 1:44.0. We've got Freedom 1:46.6. Apex with a 1:55.9. We've got LH1 with a 2:0.20. We have Paige Baguette. Oh, Paige Baguette, Devil's End, Pans, Reagan, Meep, Core, and Magnus. She's still yet to put in a time. So let's have a look. We've got Devil's End. So we've got to stay with both Devil's End because he is the closest to the line. See, I do like that. I like that yellow unit for Tosi, but I do like the red as well. I think I like it like in the yellow because we're seeing less and less yellow on the vehicles this season. So I don't think I can think of a single yellow car in the 2021 cars, F1 or F2. I can't think of one off the top of my head. There might be someone out there who could end up correcting me. Usually Rainer. Rainer does have a great ability to let people know if they made a mistake. And a 140.8 for Devil's End, which pans as he's coming around Stowe corner. Yeah, I thought he was in the Nikita Mazepin car there. I'm surprised he hasn't spun it, just because it's Nikita Mazepin. And he drops a 1:39.8, a fantastic time, and was Core with a 140.7, 5.7. This is so close between these drivers. Absolutely fantastic. This is going to be an absolute epic battle. Absolutely amazing. We've got 2 tenths between 4 drivers. It's absolutely fantastic, and we still got Paige, who's got to make sure she gets round there quick enough to start a flying lap. We've got Meep, who needs to get round here without validating this. And it's 1:39.0, puts himself in second. Magnus now, he is well off the pace at the moment, but he may have another lap of fuel in him. It is one of those things that you've got to judge how much fuel you're using. And that Luca Giosa badge has been doing my head in last season as well as this season. It's not straight, and he's invalidated that lap, so he needs to basically hammer this one home. And now Paige Baguette and Magnus are still the last 2 to put in a time. So 19 drivers out, 17 have set a time. I wonder where Freedom's going to end up, because Freedom is usually a lot quicker than this. And all these drivers who could all be all over the place. We've got nearly every driver out on track, apart from the few that have been retired. And and Green Ace, is that enough? Green Ace has had enough. And he's not got any damage, and there's no Pans was right there with him. Has Pans picked up any damage, because he's staying well and truly out of the way? As we are finishing qualifiers, so if you cross that line, that is your qualifier. And look at this. Oh, Pans. I'm sorry, buddy, but that there is bang out of order. There is no cars in your vicinity for you to do that. Yeah, wait, you're running out of fuel. You've run low. You got low fuel. You're in low fuel mode. I can understand why then. All right, I'll let you off. Reagan also low fuel. This is we've got Devil's End with low fuel as well. We got DXT Senator in the gas evening. Jack, thanks for joining us, buddy. As you can see, a lot of drivers are so slow at the moment. Where is Reagan? Reagan is he's retired. A little comment there while Denmark is 2-0 up. So I'm surprised that Green Ace is not watching the game. So we are just waiting for the last few. Where the Paige got a 143.4. So she managed to jump a few people, but I know she could do. She should be doing better than that right now. Oh, look at her just whipping past these slow drivers. We're just waiting for the last few to clear, which will be Pans on here. There we go. So we are rounded up the qualifying. We'll run through the times and the positions in a moment. So we've got non-human in first with 138.6, getting the 4 points for the qualifying on pole. Eva Hunter just 16 thousandths behind with 138.66. Meep on a 139.0, 29. Reagan on a 139.060. Really close again. Pans with 139.8. We have a 139.9 for Magnus, a 140.0 for Devil. We've got King Panda, 141. Core 147, 140.7, 140.7, 140.7 for Carrier and Joplin. Apex. Let's quickly put these down. Right, all the way down to 202.06 for LH. I do apologise for skipping that down there dead quick, but we'll go through the order dead quickly once we get on track, so you can see the order again properly. So as we are waiting for the drivers to, like, I think it's I think this selection is medium and hard for the drivers today. Which is no big surprise really. It's no biggie. Tends to happen. So drivers are in the chat, or anybody else, just let us know who you're backing, who you think's going to get a podium. Do you think LH can make his way through every driver? He's got 18 drivers to pass to get himself up there at first. Do you think Cara will be able to stay in the points position now? He's back racing again with Reyners Racing League as a reserve. Be all too interested to watch, to miss anything of this. So we are on the formation lap, 15 laps. 15 laps of Silverstone. It's absolutely fantastic to watch. So you got to take 15 laps at 140, let's say 150, so that's almost half an hour of racing. We've got we do have a lot of drivers out there who disqualified. Oh, Jack's disqualified, probably a little contact. We do have a lot of drivers out there who are competing for big endpoints here. So non-human, Eva Hunter, Meep, Alt 1, 2, 3, Reagan 4th, Pans in 5th, Magnus in 6th, doing quite well for once. Devil in 7th, we've got King 5 Panda in 8th, Core up in 9th, Kyra in 10th, Japlon in 11th, Apex in 12th, Puppy in 13th, Green Ace in 14th, Toxic Treat 15th, Paige in 16th, G-Dog is 17th, Freedom in 18th, and LH at the back. So I'll be honest, I do believe Freedom and LH will work their way through the grid as we are coming up to the last moments now, where we're going around the Vale Chicane and setting ourselves up ready for a fantastic Silverstone race. Guys, if you haven't already, just jump along to Rainers Racing League on Facebook. You'll get all the up-to-date information regarding the league and all the Wednesday F2, the Friday night racing, and the Monday night reverse, which is, I'll be honest, a fantastic format. I think there's a glitch in the matrix because I can see two cars exactly the same, one after the other. Right, full lights. 4, 5. Out. Are we going? Yeah, we're going. A little bit of a delay there from... there's a car right off already. Who's that? I don't know what's going on here, guys. Everything's just gone. So we've got Cairo, who's facing the wrong way. We've got Jack Blunt, who went on for a massive detour. Page is, I think Page actually slowed down and allowed some drivers to get past to stay out of the instance. G-Dog has also done something. LH up into 15th. We've got Freedom in 14th. So those two are battling it hard. Toxic Treat in 13th. We've got Poppy or 12th. Green Ace in 11th. Core up. It's gone down into 10th. Devil's End is battling with Apex now as they go around Love Field. King 5 Panda in 7th, Magnus in 6th, Pans in 5th, Non-Human slipped down to 4th, Reagan is in 3rd, Mape is in 2nd, and Evil Hunter leading the way in 1st. Now, I honestly think that all this racing here and all this battling that LH is going to have to do, plus a pit stop, it's going to be so tough for him to break the podium, depending on how quick these drivers are at the top. Drew said first time I'm cheering Magnus. Is that because he's in your car, is it, Drew? And Jack Stegall is watching the Ireland-Portugal game. Is a bit shocked that Portugal hasn't scored yet. So there's an update for some of our things. And we've got King 5 Panda, who is closest now to, and it does make. It's this battle with Apex. So King 5 Panda has made it past Apex. Obviously, tower screen at the moment is not 100% right now. That will develop as the race goes on. It always has a little hiccup at the beginning, but that's no issue. We can deal with that. As we see some very faint radar lines going on the track there in front of us. So we've got, let's say, position change. Apex is up 4 places, so and Green Ace is up 4. Green Ace is doing really well. Now we've got LH is up 4 and Freedom is up 3 now. LH could get two at once here. No. Oh! Toxic Tree and Puppy do tag each other. And it looks like both of them have lost out to Freedom and LH. Puppy is now in 14th. Puppy has pulled over to the side. And what he's done is that he's felt that he's caused the issue and has given Toxic Treat the place back. Now, that there, in my eyes, is an example of a fantastic driver, good character. Admitting there's a bit of fault in him, and goes, yeah, you know what, I'm going to give over my position to Toxic Treat for knocking him off course. Now, I've got to say that I think Poppy is coming into the pits. I'm not too sure for what reason he's coming into the pits. Oh no, sorry, Toxic Treat has gone into the pits, sorry. Poppy is now up into 18th. Toxic Treat probably going to get a new wing because he would have retired by now. Let's find the next battle as we are looking. So we've got Magnus on Pans. Magnus, is he going to get Pans on the inside? The two high techs side by side, and penalties already racking up. We're only 3 laps in, guys, and this is side by side here. So the Luca Giotta and the Mazepin cars side by side going into cops, and Magnus backs off. It's very respected there from Magnus there. I usually wouldn't do that. Usually it would go hammering through. Reagan picking up his first penalty. I say first penalty because it's possible that you could be getting some more, and it is Silverstone. Magnus Beckett is easy to pick up penalties, as we've got non-human who is all over the back, as Jack Bullen has picked up a penalty as well. So we've got 5 drivers with penalties. And there goes non-human. Non-human, I don't know exactly what happened there, whether he got tagged, but he is out. Oh, he's out of the race, and there's only a yellow flag in sector 3. Didn't see whether that was a tag, but there was definitely something that's gone wrong there for non-human going around Stowe corner, and he's lost it. Couldn't do anything. So we've got Jack. I fancy doing F2, but I don't know if there's any free spaces. Best person to speak to is Rainer. Also, if you look in the DXT channel, look for DXT Tristan. He's also a league admin, Jack, so speak to him. They might be able to get you in. I don't think there is any available seats left, but there is an opportunity to be reserved, and if the seat does come in, you could take it if league admins are happy for you to be part of it. So we're all back racing properly now. Yellow flags are gone. We have got Eva Hunter and Meeb leading the way with a massive gap to Reagan. Reagan has got a lot of work to do to close that off, as Meeb has picked up a time penalty through Magnus and Beckett, so he's got to have to get past Eva Hunter and then some. Eva Hunter doesn't have to worry too much, he just has to stay within touching distance, and he knows it. Eva Hunter he's allowed Meep to go through without putting too much pressure, and Eva Hunter dives into pits. Has he flipped the switch? Has he flipped the switch for the air? This could be a game changer, boys. So obviously Eva Hunter's jumping in for the hard tyres, and he's not the only one. There's quite a lot of drivers jumping in. Now here's the thing, could Eva Hunter do the undercut, or could there be a Meep Show magic act where Meep Show does stay in front? You have a lot of drivers out there that need to do that, so we're going to have to watch Meep Show, see where he ends up. We've got Green Ace right behind Paige, but he's a bit off. Green Ace coming up the rear of Paige, so and he's getting quicker. He's going to stick it in hard on the inside. No, he doesn't. I thought he was going to dive. It looked like he was lining up a dive to slip it up here inside, but no, does he go round? No, he's kind of like hesitant to make a move. He's just lost a bit of traction there, and Toxic Treat has retired in the pits. Absolutely unbelievable way some drivers thinking that, but to retire, but we'll see. So we've got the order right now. We've got Meep, who is leading the way, and Meep's going for another lap out. Magnus is dived into the pits. We've got Core in second now. We've got Devil, who's going to be going into third. Devil's gone into the pits. Jack's gone into the pits. Green Ace is staying out. Non-humans left the session. So non-human, oh yeah, because he did DNF earlier. Paige is also in the pits. So this is the time when people are pitting. Let's see where Meep is going. Meep is. So Eva Hunter, let's. Evil Hunter's just had an off, and he is waiting for the best opportunity to. What he does, he joins on. I would say not at a bizarre point, a very, very safe point, but it has hampered him quite a bit. Very fair play to Evil Hunter not diving himself back on track like most drivers would go. I don't want to miss the next corner as well. But no, absolutely fantastic. Fair play rules to Evil Hunter. So Magnus on the inside of Puppy. If we go right down, we've got LH right now, who is got to start working a bit harder now. He's got to catch up with Paige, who is 3.5 seconds ahead of him, and then the rest are over 10 seconds in front of her. It's a lot of work for LH to make an impact. Can Evil Hunter get himself back in to the podium positions now? Let's have a look at the stops. So still yet to stop is Puppy, Green Ace, and Meep has just stopped now, and Core has taken the lead. So Core has taken the lead as Meep managed to stay in front of the other drivers. It looks like he will be. It looks like he will be in front of it. He's done an absolutely outstanding performance. If he's done it, he's played a blinder, staying out for a bit longer. And there he has it. There he has it. 5 seconds in front. Obviously, there's penalties involved, and they will come up right at the end. But absolutely blind at the moment. There is about 23 seconds. 4. And Evil Hunter's pitted. The new front wing, that's why he's slowed down quite a bit. New front wing, medium tyres. Just does take a while. Hopefully those medium tyres will be able to take him all the way to the end. So, order at the moment. We have Core, who has got an 18, almost 19 second gap onto Meep. We have Reagan in third, Magnus in fourth, we've got Pans in fifth, Poppy in sixth, still yet to pit, Devil in seventh, we've got King 5 Panda in eighth, Freedom in ninth, doing fantastically well. Apex in 10th, we've got Jack Blunt in 11th, and a little bit of battle there between Jack and Apex. We've got LH in 12th, still got a lot of work to do as he has made it past Paige. We have Cairo in 14th, Green Ace in 15th, Evil Hunter in 16th, and G-Dog sitting in 17th. So still a lot. Green Ace is off. He's lost a big chunk of wing, and he's now looking to get back into it, as Green Ace is trying to stay out of the way of G-Dog. A very fair play to Green Ace. And it's not over. It really is not over. And nearly everybody's got it. As we got Core, who he has stopped Core, so he's down into 5th now after that pit stop, and he's still got a good chance of causing an upset because he does not have a penalty, which means he could get leapfrog Pans on it. If they race end now, he'll leapfrog Pans on the standings. But that's not what he wants. He wants a full-fledged podium position now. So he does. So he needs to get up to Pans and then some to get up to Magnus, who has got penalties as well. And Green Ace speed in the pit lane. We expected him to retire. Yeah, he retires from the session because he feels like he's not competitive now. He's had to pit again. I completely understand when some people have to pit more than once. They feel like they're out of it, but then you've got drivers such as as Evil Hunter, who is still battling it. He knows he could do it. He could get himself back into points position. Absolutely fantastic driver. We've got Freedom now, who is looking to get past King 5 Panda, and they are side by side as Freedom does make the move before Stowe Corner and closes off that angle where King 5 Panda was a bit quicker going into Stowe Corner. Let's see how it does. No, King 5 Panda looked at it, seen it, not there for the taking. As both drivers go on, and King Fine Panther goes really wide there. Won't be surprised if he picks up a warning for that, because that was very wide, carrying a lot of speed going through Club Corner, and if that's the exploits they're going to be taking, then the stewards may have an issue to look at. Now he's slowly cutting down that time, so he is just over 2 seconds behind Pans. But we also got Devil's End, who is basically closing that gap in slowly as well, but not quick enough to be catching up with Vicor for a while. Now you've got Freedom. Now Freedom needs to get within that second gap to Devils, which he does. It needs to start catching up with the drivers in front of him, because he's got the ability to be on the podium even from the back. So let's see how he does. So yeah, we've got a lot of drivers now on penalties. Freedom picks up a penalty, so does Devil's End. So we've got 3 drivers without penalty. That is Core, Page and G-Dog. So absolutely fantastic for these drivers to and Devil's End is battling it with Freedom. We just seen it. Devil's End, has he got it done? Has he got the move done? And no, it's not done. The move is not done. Freedom managed to defend that really well, and what he's done with that little battle is invited King Five Panda into the party. Now, whether King Five Panda could capitalise on this, he has got DRS, so has Devil's End. So Freedom could be under attack from 2 drivers, as Evil Hunter picks up a 140.9 second fastest lap. Definitely needed. Evil Hunter could be causing a major upset with some drivers in front if he does manage to climb his way back up, and Jack Blunt picks up a 3-second time penalty. I don't really want to look at it. We've got 10 laps down. Oh, we're coming up to the end of our 10th lap, and we have got 5 laps to go, and all but 3 drivers have got penalties. I won't be surprised if the other drivers do pick up penalties as well. So if King Five Panda, is he going to get Devil's End? As Devil's End makes a mistake through the Vale chicane, brings King Five Panda right into touching distance. King Five Panda just takes too much care and slows his car right down. As unfortunately, Jack Aiken's car would not be very happy with that happening, and he starts to lose ground as he picked up damage on that large red sausage curb. I don't think he has. But all this battle between the 2 drivers behind has basically given Freedom a bit of breathing space. Got Ash, correct savant. Good evening, guys, mate. Good evening, correct savant. Ash, it's fantastic to hear from you, buddy. We haven't heard from you for a while. Let us know what you're thinking of the race, buddy. Let us know who you think's going to get the podium. We've got Core now, he's starting to lose track of the pace from Pans. Pans has managed to put a bit more pressure on the drivers in front, as we got Magnus, the Norwegian, looking to cause an upset on his reserve race. Reagan holding well in second. We've got Mr. Butterfly Meep. Float away, Butterfly. Holding it out well up front. You know what? Let's do it. Let's. Tyre choices all on hard apart from Evil Hunter, who's on the mediums after the second stop. Penalties. So it's 3 seconds for the four drivers. Cole with the only one who not getting a penalty. We've got Freedom on 6. We've got everybody else on 3. Then Cairo's on 6. Obviously, he's getting back into this, so it's very much forgiving. Eva Hunter and Poppy on 3. LH is on 9. He's pushing himself too hard. Jack Blunt on 6. Now it's not really great to see that drivers such as Eva Hunter and LH down that far, but it's unfortunate. So we got Ash thinking that Meep is going to win the race, which is very plausible. He's got plenty of space behind him for the following drivers, as we are hitting into lap 12 of 15. So close, yes. We've got Andreas. So you don't think you will see me fight for podiums for a while, so that's Green Ace. Maybe not, but you're definitely not the way. And Jack Blunt has picked up a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Now that's excessive exceeding track limits. So he stayed right out of the way, and whether it was he was staying out of the way and that's why he's picked up that 10-second penalty, but it does not help us as Meep has taken the fastest lap with a 1:40.946. So this is one of those ones where you gotta think, right, what's going on here, boys? What's happening? What's happened to Jack? That he's just getting right out of the way. It's proper, just like there's a car there. We've got to go off track. As you can see, fair play to him. He's not in any shape or form causing any issue to any other driver by doing what he's doing. He's actually helping them by keeping himself right off track. Yes, ghosting is on, which means the faster drivers can go through him, but it does ruin someone's vision driving through another car. But it is what it is, and I think as LH picks up a 1:40.6 now, LH needs to get himself into 10th to claim the fastest lap points, or is he doing this to steal the fastest lap points away from drivers who could potentially start catching them up? It's all time can tell, really, as we are on lap 13 of 15. Many drivers here are, I wouldn't say they're close, but they are battling it well. Let's see where our close. We are getting to this point where they're either off, spaced out apart, or miles away. And it looks like Fredo is the closest form to make an overtake, but he looks like he's losing ground. Sakor. Oh, we're getting to the end now. We're getting to the end. Are we going to see any late safety cars? I'll be honest, I'm surprised we didn't get a safety car for when non-human crashed out, because that was horrific. I think it might be Jack Blunt speeding in the pit lane. He took a whole lap out to make sure he didn't impede anybody else. He could have darted across the track through Reagan, and he didn't. We've picked up wing damage, that's probably why. And another penalty for Cairo. So still yet to get a penalty is Core, Page and G-Dog. Now Core is, at the moment, Core will get my driver of the day on the sheer fact that he's driven this whole thing without getting a penalty, and he's up in the top 5. Freedom right behind him, but he's still in the top 5. As we are on board with Freedom, as we have got 1.5 laps left for him to make the move. G-Dog is in front of Core. G-Dog staying out of the way. So we are on the last lap now. Will Meep take the win? He probably will do. Reagan in second at the moment with Magnus in third. We've got Pans in fourth, Court in fifth, Freedom in sixth, Devils in seventh. We've got King 5 Panda in eighth, who is catching up quickly to Devils. We've got Apex in ninth, Cairo in 10th, Evil Hunter in 11th, Poppy in 12th, LH in 13th, Page in 14th. We've got G-Dog in 15th and Jack Bun in 16th, as we are looking at the overtake of Freedom and Core. Freedom on the inside, that will switch to the outside of Love Field, but he's made the position happen, he's made it stick, but Core just has to stay with him. Core's got no penalties, he will take that position back at the end of the race. Core has a better line through Cops than Freedom does. Freedom took too much curb on the exit, but that line that Freedom's taken through Magnus Beckett is very good, very clean. The later Apexes gives them the better exit speed and also lines them up better for the next corner. So we are going to, Meep has finished, Vegan is now second, as we are looking at Magnus now. Cut across in third, and Pans taking fourth. Freedom makes it into fifth, but Core takes out his Core's in fifth, Freedom in sixth, Devils in is in seventh, King 5 Panda in eighth, Apex coming around the corner. Final corners now for Apex. We've got Cairo in 10th coming around the corner. So Cairo doing really well, he's in the points for his reserve race. Well done to Cairo. We've got Evil Hunter coming around, unfortunately just outside the points, and LH also outside the points, manages to take Puppy, and there is a bit of wheel touch in there, and Puppy spins. But that was before the line, after the line. Puppy spins up the line. We were just waiting for Page and Jack Blunt. Page crosses the line and Jack Blunt finishes it off. So guys, that is the end of the Wednesday F2 race, sponsored by Sim Racer Coin for Rainers Racing League. Freedom was driver of the day. Yeah, well done for Freedom, but my personal driver of the day is going to Core for a very tidy race. Now, okay, we have got a time that if anybody wants to jump in, okay, so we're going dead quick. So we got Meep in first, Reagan in second, Magnus in third, Pans in fourth, Court in fifth with no penalties whatsoever, Freedom in sixth, Devil in seventh, King 5 Panda in eighth, ninth for Apex, 10th for Cairo, Evil Hunter in 11th, Puppy in 12th, LH in 13th. We've got Page in 14th, G-Dog in 15th, Jack Blunt in 16th, and our non-finishers Green Ace, Toxic Streak and Non-Human. So we've got Meat has joined us. We just need 2 more random. So we are just waiting for. We'll just wait for Right, so John, I'm going to talk to Meep while I will try and get other drivers in. Hello, Meep.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, congratulations on your win. So, how do you feel that went for yourself?
It went completely to plan. I planned to do 2 laps extra than everyone else because I know traffic at Silverstone, especially in Maggots and Beckett's, is awful, let alone in the F2 cars. So I decided to go long and get some clean track and just, stretch out the gap to the cars behind. So yeah, it went to plan.
Yeah, I seen that you went there because you managed to get Eva Hunter just before he decided to pit, and then you took the extra lap. I thought you might have came in the lap afterwards, but the 2 laps worked really well for you. You were like quite out there, and then there's some rotten luck for some drivers, I would say.
I was getting the young people from my party to feed me information of where the others were, because Panda could see where Evil Hunter had popped out. So I asked him to just keep track of where he was on track, what position, so I knew which car he was. So I knew exactly where the gap was, roughly what penalty he was on, so I knew when I popped out whether I was going to come out in front of him or it was going to be really close on exit. I do want to give credit though to Kyle or Evil Hunter for that start. We were so close going through turns 1 and 2. I just want to praise him for like the space he left. With great respect there.
Yeah, it was quite a good start for some of your drivers. I'll be honest, I was quite impressed with the start from yourself and Kyle. Very good. The way you managed to open up a gap quite early on was brilliant.
Yeah.
So
I think he's here now.
Yeah, he is. I just seen him pop in, but no, it was absolutely fantastic. But where was it? You got your penalty?
I think it was literally just going out onto the Hanger Straight. I just got a little bit of a twitch of oversteering it, put me onto the grass and gave me a penalty. But luckily for me, Kyle I think went a bit more onto the grass, so it was a bit slow down the straight, and I managed to get in just before he pit, which was crucial.
Yeah, there was penalties for a lot of drivers today.
Yeah.
There was only 3 drivers who didn't pick up a penalty, so congratulations to them. Absolute great drive for yourself.
Yes.
It was, I wouldn't say more luck from your side, just bad luck for some of the other drivers really, because I'll be honest, I was actually hoping for a good battle between yourself, Regan, and Eva Hunter, because that was what I was expecting. But
yeah,
well,
it's surprised when I come out. I had the gap I did. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was a big gap. I must say. What I'll do now is I'll go switch over to Pans. Pans getting he got 4th in that race. Absolutely fantastic. Now, Pan, your race was quite. I'm going to say this as well. It looked like it was uneventful. From my eyes, it looked like it was straightforward race for yourself. I could not fault it. There was no issues. What was who would you say was your biggest battle was with on track?
I think probably Magnus, because I think we finished he got away a little bit at the end, but I pitted first, and then he pitted just after me and came out ahead. But for most of the race, he was quite close for a little bit, but he did sort of pull away. But yeah, probably Magnus.
Yeah, well, Mr. Warbanger does have a tendency to have a good race or a bad race, so it's quite good to see him have a good race. Now, did your pit stop strategy go to plan? Was you expecting to be up there just behind the podium lot, or was you expecting to be further in?
I gave myself top 5. I was about top 5 coming in. So yeah, I'll take that. Everything just went to plan, I pitted on lap 5 and my strategy said too. I just came out sort of in clean air pretty much.
Yeah.
The only bad thing really is I picked the 3-second penalty for a mistake. But other than that, I didn't really do much wrong. Just drove to decent.
Yeah. Well, you did have a very good race, very tight race, so congratulations. But where did you get your penalty from? Which corner?
Just going into what is it? Is it Maggot's first?
Maggot's and Beckett's, yeah.
Just like a lapse in concentration on like when we're turning like up the apex a little bit.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on a well-driven race. Now we're going to switch over to Eva Hunter. Now I'm glad Eva Hunter's joined us because for a driver that had a fantastic start, you've had some rotten luck today, didn't you?
I just want to cry.
Mate, you're apart from the unfortunate moments, you had some fantastic driving. You picked up fastest lap a couple of times. There was a bit of battle between yourself and LH for that, as well as Meep. So absolutely fantastic pace from yourself, fantastic laps. It's just unfortunate that you've had little minor incidents that put you back in the pits to get a new wing. Were they fresh mediums that you put on, or was it used mediums?
They were my qualifying mediums.
Oh right, so they were a few laps old, but they did really well to get you that get you some good laps.
Yeah, I knew I'd got good pace. Obviously, first thing kind of saw that I'd keep me at a steady gap. Couldn't quite break the 1 second, but it was round about 5-6 tenths. Obviously, he had the better launch off the start, but I managed to keep it alongside him enough. We had an amazing first couple of corners. It was tight, but it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I made a mistake on lap 4 coming out onto the hanger straight, lost the rear a little bit and got a tyre on the grass, so it slowed me down. Could have defended it, but I was thinking of pitting, so I kind of let Meep go just so I could kind of do the opposite to what he does. And I think that's what cost me really. I mean, I got held in the pits, I got stuck, I lost a second behind a slower car, then the last corner just decided to spit me out, so it was unfortunate. And then obviously the puncture on the last lap what cost me 10th. I just seem to be having nothing but bad luck at the minute.
Yeah. It was a bit of rotten luck. I will be honest, when I seen that make that overtake, because you didn't battle it as much as what you would normally do, I honestly thought like, oh, he's just holding back because Meep's got a penalty, so he's just gonna like let Meep carry on making mistakes. That's what I honestly thought. I thought you're playing the strategy game there, but it was. But from my view, it was a good call.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I'd hit the grass, I've lost a lot of speed. Even if I tried to defend the inside line, he'd have had to probably hang it around the outside. He probably would have done it anyway. Like I say, I wasn't going to battle him that hard. He'd already got the 3 seconds. So the plan was just to keep, even if he'd come out in front after the pit stop, just to try to keep him under that pressure. Because I could see, he was pushing it, and I could see the back end trying to go on him. So obviously we knew all that he was the fastest in the first sector, but the second sector was where I was quicker. It would have been a nice battle to have till the end of the race. But
it was gutted about that because I was hoping for a three-way battle between yourself, Meep, and Reagan. But thank you very much for joining us, and I'm actually glad that we've got people from up and down the grid doing interviews rather than just the podium lot. But absolutely fantastic. Right, guys, just a quick question. We've got Italy next. What are your thoughts on Italy?
It's difficult. The curves are a bit of a killer.
Yeah, especially in this game, Ascari is very unforgiving right now.
Yeah, there's a few corners at Monza that it's going to be difficult again. It's going to be one of them. You kind of need to take all the curve without touching the curve. If that makes sense. It's it'll be interesting, that's for sure.
I've never lived in an F2 car yet.
I've got this out for you. It's not very nice.
Preset file all the way.
It's my home GP, so I hope to do. It's my second home GP in a row.
Oh yeah, because you're Italian.
I'm dual nationality, yes. So it is. I hope to do well at it.
I normally like that. So.
Yeah, it's good for good racing though. There'll be lots of overtakes though, so hopefully it's
DRS powerful as well though, so that should be interesting as well. It's a lot stronger than what it is here, so that'll be I think that'll be a key factor.
Oh well, thank you very much guys for joining us. Yeah, it sounds like preset 5 for everybody around. It should be preset 5 anyway for Monza, but like absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much guys for joining us, guys. Thanks for joining, for the comments in the chat. This was Rainers Racing League Wednesday's F2, sponsored by Sim Racer Coin. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again same time next week at Italy. You can join. It's Meep and Curly on Friday for Friday Night Racing, and Rainer on Wednesday Night Reverse. So guys, don't miss any of that out. But until then, guys, good night.